So how'd you do with the intro for Caribe? Definitely check that out if you haven't done so already, because today we're going to work on the C section, which has a piano Montuno. Here's the intro. So today let's work on a 10-step exercise to master this Montuno. We'll be adding more and more complexity to the groove until we get the same exact Montuno. As always, all of our members will receive a PDF that not only links to today's video, but also a call and response backing track at different tempos for all steps. You can join right here on YouTube or visit mdex.com for access to this and all of our PDFs. Let's start with a simple rhythmic drill over one chord, A minor. In a Montuno pattern, we usually voice the chords by doubling the octave and then break it between the outside octave and the inner notes. For A minor, we can play E in octaves and then A and C as the inner notes. So this is a two-measure pattern. The first measure is all downbeats and the second measure is all upbeats. And on the left hand, we're just playing half notes like this. Now let's add the first chord progression to the pattern that we've just practiced. Next, let's do the same thing with the second half of the progression. Now let's change the second bass note on each chord to approach the next bass note chromatically from below. So we target D with C sharp, E with D sharp, and so on. And at the end, let's use the fifth of the chord E, because when we go back, we're repeating the A minor chord again. Now let's do the same thing with the second half of the progression. All right, now let's do some drills on the left hand for the tumbao. Let's start by anticipating the second note by an eighth note. A good way to help you with this rhythm is to verbalize what you're playing against a metronome. For some people, counting the beats is really useful. So before you play, you can just say the rhythm like this. 1, 2, and 3, and 1, and. 1, 2, and 3, and 1, and. Another way of doing this is to assign two different syllables, one for each hand. So if my right hand is ba, and my left hand is then I can say this. Be ba be. Be ba be. And this can really help you because the syllables give you information about which hand is playing which beat, like having two different drums. And notice that when I play the two hands at the same time, I use be. If you have a pair of bongos or a table, you can actually practice saying the words while playing until you get it right. There's a great variation of this that you can try after. Instead of having just one sound for the right hand, you can try two different sounds. One for your thumb and one for your second and third fingers. And use your thumb for the octaves and the second and third finger for the internal harmony. This will really help you hear all of the layers in the Montuno and the tumbao simultaneously. All right, next let's play a tresillo rhythm on the left hand. Notice that we're just adding beat 4 on the left hand to get this tresillo rhythm. And now let's tie the last quarter note to the first quarter note on the next measure. This basically gives us the previous tresillo rhythm minus the first note. One last step before we play the Montuno. Now we're going to play half notes on the right hand and the tumbao line on the left hand. This is going to help you focus on the tumbao bass. Remember that these notes on beat 4 are anticipating the next chord in the progression. Of course, you can try it on the bongos. This will help you hear the tumbao rhythm nicely. All right, so here is our final version.